Several months ago, I reached out to an old client of mine, a high-powered attorney in New York City. After listening to my questions and concerns, they were able to talk me down to kind of get me calm. I asked if I could call periodically just to get an update on how things are. They responded with, of course. They asked if I used ChatGPT. At the time, I didn't. They gave me a command to put into it to get accurate information. I was told that if something concerned me or if I had a question about what their computer was telling me, I should call and it would be explained. For months, it told me not to worry about stuff. It said the threat level was average. All of my documents are in order, but I thought I'd get a jump on things, and if I was planning to gain residency anywhere else, you need your documents to be really a very official version. They have to be something called a apostille. I was warned that this process could be challenging, time-consuming, and that you could run up to a bunch of challenges. There's nothing difficult about it. It's just everything has to be exact. Every piece of paper needs to be accounted for. It's laborious. This morning, after a long drive to the Department of State office, I found out I was still missing something and had to drive all the way back. And during that time, I thought, let me check to see what the GPT is saying. Today, for the first time since I started doing it, it said that the threat level has increased. Based on the instructions I gave it several months ago, it decided that the threat level has gotten to a place that's not urgent. I don't have to run away, but it did suggest that I do buy a ticket. It also added, while you still can. While I still can. What? After asking a bunch of follow-up questions, what I was able to figure out is that there are a couple of things that are happening in courts that could be very impactful. The minute I got home, I called my old client. When they called back, I told them what Chat said. Apparently, there's a very nasty piece of legislation in the Michigan House that, if passed, can be really miserable for us. The president's administration is appealing the decision on the passports for trans people. Let's not forget the call to label trans people as nihilistic, dangerous people. I was also told that recently there's been a tick downward around trans people's popularity. Not popularity, favorability. I don't know how this is measured, but they are measuring it, and apparently the general public's favorability rating on us has fallen. They are believing the stuff that people are saying about us. Because a lot of the rhetoric that goes on about trans people goes unchallenged, it's sticking in the general public. Also, Gavin Newsom saying he softened his stand on trans rights didn't help. Buttigieg seconding that motion really hurt. And what really put the final nail in the coffin was apparently Kamala Harris wrote something in her book about trans people that wasn't positive. If the Michigan law passes and the Trump administration manages to win the appeal, God forbid a trans person does something absolutely nuts, I could expect rapid escalation in all trans, anti-trans policies. I was also told that if I depend on Medicaid, that it won't be there for much longer, and that a lot of the programs that benefit me will no longer be around once this bill passes. I know it's passed, I mean funded. What was meant by while you still can is that if and when a lot of people decide to flee at the same time, a lot of the countries that a lot of people want to go to will put restrictions. Also, because it looks really bad that so many people are fleeing the country, the administration might put restrictions to prevent the whole world knowing that everyone's leaving. There are also very sinister reasons why the government would keep people from leaving. I wasn't going to share any of this information because I know we're already all panicked and I didn't want to contribute to more panic, but I figure information is power. If I know it, you should know it too.